Okay, traders, good morning. I hope that my voice is clear enough right now that you can all hear me. It's brand new. Today is 21st. And so we'll be starting this class right now. That's the Early Academy's money market review for today's Monday, again, 21st of October, 2024. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly for some of us that are new, hearing my voice for the first time. My name is Olusegun, and of course I'm going to be your anchor. I normally anchor this program on Mondays. So I hope that you guys had a good weekend. So if it is so, I'll give me a thumb up or yes or something. So I would rather a thumb up so that I can understand that you can hear me first of all, and two, that of course my voice is clear enough. So this particular event is on Zoom right now, but of course it's being live streamed on YouTube as well. So if you prefer your media to be on YouTube, that's the medium at which you can reach us. Be on YouTube, it's all well and good. And if it's a Zoom, it's still all good. So you can reach us in any of those two platforms, Zoom, of course, YouTube. So if you prefer a repeat of this particular class today or any of our classes that we had in the past, you just go to YouTube. That's where you guide them. Just go to YouTube, browse, and of course, listen to anyone you want to do. And that one is for you to learn and understand. Okay, it's not for you to take instant trade. So last week was kind of eventful. There were lots of movement in the market. So this week again, we're going to be looking at what may happen and how you can take advantage of those things. Okay, technically, fundamentally, you can trade, and of course, you can make money. So, and of course, if you are just a learner, you are just a beginner, I normally, strongly advise
I'm not hearing you again, no. I'm not hearing you again. Rally.
It's like the network is bad.
Okay, people, I apologize for this break in transmission. I think it's more than 8-9 minutes break in transmission. I want to sincerely apologize on behalf of Red Academy. We had some glitches with our internet, but and I assure you we're back now, and we'll continue from here. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly. Of course, we'll get started as quickly as we can. Okay, so since you can still hear me, let me just quickly, without wasting much of our time anymore, let me please share my screen very fast. I'm going to be starting with, just check which one can I start with now. Let's see if I can just start with oil. Okay, so the view you are seeing now is on crude oil. And based on what I've seen, okay, based on what has been happening on crude oil for a while now, let's see what we can do with crude oil. So let's quickly zoom out, see wider view of this screen. So on this screen, we have, if you take it to a normal template like, clean handles like such, and then we zoom out, we see that let's begin to use some things, for example, trend line, and begin to see even without using much of indicator. And let me just change this status to automatic, other parameter. So rewrite. And okay. So based on what we have here, the price actually, had not gotten to a support on the trend line. But if we do like a second trend line, like a channel, we see that the price may have touched the inner one. That's the inner trend line. So based on that, we can safely say that we can begin to look for a buy. Okay, so for example, if you buy from this area, it won't be too bad. And even if you buy from here and the price fall to the second line, it won't be a bad idea for you to buy again, right? So so it means that crude oil should be good to buy now. Fundamentally, it is not really. Fundamentally, as when you look at the fundamental, crude oil is not a good buy right now because going forward, the crude oil price may be kind of like touching around 60, 70, 80, 60, 50, 70, 80 band. Why? Because for the price to be ferocious enough to move to like $90 per barrel, I don't think it is feasible in the near term because the major need the major countries, sorry, the countries that need crude oil majorly are no longer interested in crude oil right now. Countries such as China, that's when it comes to refined products, okay, they are no longer kind of interested. Even Nigeria, the chief producer, we are not the chief producer though, but we are one of the major producers. Okay, so Nigeria is already converting to CNG, you will know that. And even the Minister of Power, according to their own data, I don't know where they're getting it. They said that Nigerians are no longer complaining about refined product like petrol because the power is stable. Well, he said that, but based on what we are seeing in the time of fundamental, we know that even the national grid collapsed more than 3 times within a week or thereabout. So I've not seen the stable light, and even in Lagos, I'm speaking of Lagos now, the Marwa riders, those people that ride Keke Nape, what we call Marwa in Lagos, they are beginning to complain now that even their CNG Marwas or Kekes, does not have enough gas stations for them to fill their tank. And even the one they had around the Keja is in Agidingbi, and was it Alausa or whatever, and the Kekes are not allowed to ply that road. So it's an issue. So countries around the world are beginning to tend away from refined petrol. Okay, so because of that, crude oil, yeah, it will still continue to sell, but the price may not be as you imagine it to be. But based on technicals this morning, if we zoom in a little bit, we begin to see some moves, okay, that are interesting, even on this trend line. So if I kind of like zoom like that, let me just do it like this and zoom in close. You see that we are beginning to have some bars that are interesting, okay, and on that line. So for example, this bar, I just put arrow on now. See that arrow? Okay, so that bar is kind of like a reversal bar, and after that, we have seen several moves, okay, the white bars that support a buy, okay. So, and if we turn away from this, let's say I open another crude oil page while leaving this one intact. If we go away from this and we move to reversal, indicators like Bollinger Band for me, I use it more of a reversal. So we have seen it close in and out recent. So we saw a close outside of the band, I mean the lower band from this bar, and because of this bar. But unfortunately, the other bar that also closed outside came bullish. That's this one. Okay, let's do it like that so that we understand it a little bit. And then after that, there's a kind of like a bullish bar that rose from outside and also closed inside. Now, if we add these two bars, this particular one, this green one, if we add it to the previous one, that is like a spinning bar, it becomes kind of like a very kind of almost bullish engulfing, but yeah, we can call it bullish engulfing because, of course, the high of this is higher than the high of the red. So it shows that this price of crude oil might just push forward a bit. Okay, so now hope you are following the analysis. I'm not just deciding on a buy because I feel that the price will go up or anything. I'm deciding on a buy because of the structures I'm seeing on the screen. So because of that, I might be tempted not to sell, but to click on new order and of course place a buy. Okay, so I hope that this internet is good enough. Still is telling me no connection. I don't know why. Or my own screen. Hope you can all see my screen. Hello. Some say I cannot see your screen. Some say my screen is not showing. Can you see my screen? Please, if you can see my screen, just type yes. Let me see. I want to see if people can see my screen. Type yes if you can see my screen. Type yes. If you can hear me and you can see my screen, type yes and send to me. I just need one yes, and I'll be fine. In the meantime, I'm still attempting to buy on crude oil. So people, are you really here? Are people here? If you can see my screen, give me a wave. You could just wave me. You could. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about this internet that is really giving me issues this morning. Dr. Benebo Davis, are you there? Hello. Okay, so can you all hear me? Um, can you hear me? Obviously, they can see and hear me. That's what some people said, that they can see and hear me, even though my internet is kind of a little bit lackadaisical this morning. But yeah, I can see a lot of hands raised now, and they all said they can hear me. So, Eniola, people are typing on Rally. Okay. I see you. I can see. Yes, yes. It's okay. It's all right. So, since you can hear me, I'll go with a conclude. Now, if you are with me, agree with what I just analyzed. Okay, on crude. If you are in trading crude oil, if your money can take it, if you know. So, like I said, sorry about that breaking transmission again. It's 100% internet. It's not my doing. I won't intentionally cut off my speech because of what? All right. So, on behalf of Rally Academy again, I'm greeting you all, starting from Odum to Kele to Abigail Onoha, to Eniola Shidipe, to everyone that I can see on this screen. I'm thanking you very much for being part of this. And of course, we were discussing crude oil, and I said that I subscribe to a buy. My bias is to buy. Okay. And I gave you reasons why I feel that the crude oil price should go up. I actually gave you two screens, this and that. So because of this, with crude oil. And of course, remember that even at that, crude oil was on a tight range in a while, right? Kind of a tight range for like 2 days. That's from 15th of October to about 17th, 18th of October. You saw that the crude oil was on the range. And right now, it broke out of the range and it's going back inside that range. So if it is not a retest of that range, then it's a kind of like a pushback to the upside. So if it doesn't retest like such as something like this, let me see if I can, up this shot. Its properties that parameter, shorten it like so. So if it is not doing something like this, okay, if it is not retesting and going back down, then it is kind of like pushing to the upside permanently, or at least for a while. So that's why I'm subscribing to a buy this morning. Now that you are bought, you could use stop loss if you like around the lower line. Okay. So I have two lines on this screen. So your stop loss should be around this range. If you're going to use stop loss, it should be below this range. So your stop loss should be around $71 or $70. Okay. That's where your stop loss should be on that trade buy. And your take profit could be anywhere above the range or inside of the range. So you can use any of this area for your take profits, any of this wider area for your take profit zone. Right. So that's it for crude oil this morning. You have the questions you can post to me. Of course, I will look at it, as I move on. Now let's look at gold. That will be number 2. That's speaking of two commodities in a row. Now, I was telling you guys of recent, at least, that gold has potential to hit $3,000. Now, for some of us that have been following us for a while, I've mentioned it more than 2-3 times. And right now, gold is on 2,700. But when I said that gold has potential to be $3,000, gold was still around $2,300 around this level. Okay, and since then, gold has been, proving us right and has been surging forward to close to it's just $300 short of, $3,000, $300 short of $3,000. So, and if you look at the monthly view of gold, okay, so you know that gold price could still reach, because there's no limit to what it's doing now. We're not sure of what it's doing. We're not sure of any limit to what it's doing. And of course, you can even, use anything, all right, like a template, like an indicator to build this. For example, if I go to the normal moving average, which would be, let's see if I can just use, or let me just insert a moving average to check. So if I put moving average 50, that's 50. Okay, that will be the first one I'll use. Simple. You see that the gold has a support, clear support around July 2022, the monthly chart. Okay, since then, since July 2022, gold has been very bullish and to the upside. So, if we look at the 200 period moving average, okay, let's change this one to 200 periods and do okay. Now, this one is very fast, so I don't think we can use this one. All right, I don't think this is the one. I don't think it's the 200 period moving average driving gold. But let's look at 100 periods, 100 period. Okay, so even the 100 is not the one driving gold. I think it's the 50 driving gold. I think the 50 period is the one driving gold. So we can go back to 50 because those ones are very far. Okay, why I think some of you might be thinking, why is it not, or why do you think it's not the one driving gold? If it is this 100 period driving gold, then we should see a retest soon. For example, this is the last contact it had with that particular moving average. Okay, and moving averages and price are one and the same. Okay, so there is no way a price will run away from moving average and not return to the moving average. Okay, it's not done technically. Okay, so we cannot say it is 100 that is driving it, but I think 50 gets closer to being the one driving gold. All right, so let me change the property of this particular average to 50. So let me just wash it down to 50. So looking at 50 period of the monthly chart, it looks kind of neat enough to tell us this is the one driving gold. Now, what we can do, based on what we have been seeing, I think the 21 is also supporting it. So if I go ahead now and change this figure to this one, okay, you see clearly that the 21 is actually supporting on the monthly view the move of gold. So, and the last time it tested 21 was around this period. I think it should be this year or last year. Let's check. Let's use crosshair to check this month of test. Okay, that was 2023 October. That's about 1 year ago. Okay, so that's the last time the averages communicated with the price. Now, even though this price has potential to be 3,000 on the monthly view, you need to be very careful too, because this price will still return to this average now or in the future. So, which means that if you have been buying gold like you have been buying and you're in profit, you can keep your profit and trail your trade. For example, let us say you have been on the trade since around this level. An example, that's where you enter the buy. And right now, the price is currently at around how many pips in your favor? More than 26,000 points. That's about more than 260 pips. Okay, sorry, 28,000, yeah, more than 2,805 points in your favor, or pips in your favor. It means that you can continue to trade your trade. For example, you can adjust a stop loss on 1 hour view. Okay, I think I've just loaded this to 1 hour. So on the 1 hour view, you could move your stop loss to around this level. That's below the black. So let's say you move your stop loss around here. All right, so let me go back to that monthly view. All right, so you can see where I pointed this. Okay, that's where your stop loss should be now. Okay, and of course you'll be fine. But that does not mean that the stop loss cannot be hit. It could, just that once it hit 3,000, you can close your trade and be looking to sell. So right now, it is not good for us to place a sell on gold. Okay, even if we see reversal indicators like Bollinger Band printing, whether a bearish engulfing bar around the upper band, we still cannot sell because we're against the trend. Until the trend shifts completely, we cannot do anything on gold. So let's go to H4 to see if there is anything we could begin to look at. So on the H4 front, we are seeing some reversal bars. Like for example now, right now, as we speak, this candle could be a reversal bar. But the question is, how far will it go? Okay, I'm going to just point an arrow to that candle. This could be kind of like a litmus test to reverse the bar or reverse the price. The question is, even if it is a reversal indicator, like a reversal bar, like a reversal candle on the H4, the next question is, how far will this price drop? Okay, will it drop back to this line, or will it even go as low as this Bollinger Band? Will it go as low as this level? Well, if it does, it's fine, but I would rather, before I would say I want to sell gold, I would rather see the price of gold descend on the month, on the daily bar to an average on the daily bar. So let me go to, for example, the 50 period again I drew a while ago. Sorry, let me just change this one to claim. So I'm going to rather wait for this, for me to place a sell on gold. I'd rather wait for this price to return to an average. Moving average is 50. So I'd rather wait for this price to test this average and break it. Then I can return to a sell. But if it tests this average on the daily bar and support and gather a support, it will gather a support when it prints a bullish engulfing bar. For example, kind of like this kind of structure. Let me see. I don't know if I can just, adjust, make it bold a little bit. So let's go back to this structure. So this was a period of breaking a structure and giving us a false hope of sell. Okay, so that's the kind of structure you are looking to see. Okay, this is the kind of structure you are looking to see for you to sell. This kind of structure supports a sell. All right. So it is when it begins to print this kind of structure that we can now say, yeah, we want to sell gold. You can see it. Those are structures that support a sell. Let me see if I can. This structure supports a sell. Of course, even the one before it supports a sell. Right. So those are structures that support a sell. But even though they happened on the chart, gold defied those odds and move to the upside. So until you begin to see those kind of structures on the daily bar, you cannot sell. Now, if it turn around and it approaches this average on gold, that's this, if this gold now, if it turn around now and descend, like drop to this level, and now print this kind of bar, this kind of bar, this one, then you can go back and continue to buy. So if you print this kind of bar, that's the one I just printed now. Let me remove this one so that you know I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about this one now. I'm also not talking about this one. I'm not talking about this one. So you can see the green, this green painted place now. So if the price return and print this kind of structure for you, okay, a bullish engulfing, or kind of like a bullish structure like this, then you can click on new order and continue to buy. It means that the price, reverse its support and it could go well above 3,000 points. That's $3,000 per ounce of gold. So that is the analysis of gold. And now it means that right now, you still cannot sell or buy gold. That's what it means. Okay, so you need to stay off gold. Yeah, we click on buy on crude oil, right? That's because we saw a structure that supports or give us a credence to buy. Now, that's why we place it back. But on gold, I'm staying off. Personally, I'm staying off. I'm not going to trade it until I see a clear support, return. And except you want to go to 15 minutes time frame, if you are so much in a hurry, you can come down to this time frame and be looking to buy when the price returns to a support on 15 minutes. That's the only thing you can do. For example, when it returns to support around here, you could buy. Me, I will not do it, but of course, it would have generated profits for you. These are areas of buy. These are areas of buy. Like this one, these are areas of buy, so on and so forth. Okay, those are areas of buy that you could use. And right now, it is not yet time because the price has not even touched the line. You can see that, yeah, it got close, like around here now, it got close, but it's not touching. Okay, you need a touch. It got close here. Can you see it now, everybody? It got close, but it has not touched that line. Now, remember, this is 50 period moving average. So that's the one you can use to, trade a sell, or sorry, trade a buy, if you are so much in the case to do that. But personally, I am not in the case to do that, right? So let me just stay off gold for now. And now, because of time, I'm going to just go to Euro USD. Euro USD had been, defiling kind of odds. Now I've analyzed two instruments, gold and crude oil. Okay, those are two commodities. So let me shift to currency. Let me look at two of them. A1C, I should look at the USD CHF and GBP card. Okay, so I promise you, once I finish or I'm done with this Euro USD, I'll visit GBP card or something, right? Or USD CHF or something. So let's look at Euro USD clearly. Now, for a while, Euro USD had been very, 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 very volatile, okay, and in one direction. And we're going to go to H4 shortly. So I'm going to just click on this and click on H4. I just wanted to see something on Euro USD. Now, Euro USD has been one direction. That's one direction since, I don't know, since like September till now. Okay, so, and I was looking at Euro USD turning back around this level. I guess I was wrong. I was looking at it, not breaking this particular support, but then it broke it. So the next support we are looking at is this one. Yeah, I'm just going to drag this down a little bit. That's the next support. So it has broken that clear support and it's coming back for this one. So if you get to this level, it could go up. Those are possibilities. Now, but will it get to that level? Possibly, right? Will it get to that level? Possibly. Okay, so it will also reverse at that level. Now, if you look at the Fibonacci of this move, okay, if you plot Fib from here and then we drag to the upside, the reason why I said it could go back at that first painted zone was because the price approach but unfortunately it broke 61. So I was looking at it, not breaking the 61.8, but then it broke it. So we are expecting 100% retracement. I think I mentioned it in a particular class. So we're expecting this USD to hit this 100%. Okay, that's a retracement of that move to the upside. Now, if you break it and come back for this 100, you could also buy. Right? If you see a bullish engulfing bar that supports a buy, all right? So I'm still waiting to see what Euro USD will do in this regard. Okay, now that this one is broken, we can just move this. We don't have that anymore. So this is the one we have on the screen now, and that's support we are looking at. But this is H4. So for you to place a buy when it gets to 100, you need to see some bullish engulfing bars that support a buy. Now, let's zoom in a little bit more and then add another indicator to the screen to see if it will hit that. So let's add stochastic to this particular screen. I'm going to go to oscillator and go straight to stochastic oscillator, and on default, I'll click on this. Now, on the H4 front, it is a sell period. Now, you should have sold like maybe 4 hours ago or 6 hours ago. All right, so that's following the trend now. That's on the side of trend. We would have look at this. Let's zoom out so that we can see what I'm trying to show you. So right here, we have a higher high on the indicator. I'm looking at the highs now, not the low, since we're on the downtrend. And at that same period, we're looking at this particular zone now. Let me click on this and adjust a little bit. So from here to another low that we're currently seeing on the screen, vertical also. Vertical also up to this level. So we rather have a lower low on the price. So the price descended ferociously to this line. Okay, so that's what we call convergence. For those people that have been looking for ways to trade convergence and divergence. So on the chart, we have the price highs getting lower and indicators getting higher. So you will hit a sell when you see a bearish bar. That's this last bar now. Just going to use an arrow to show you while I remove this line. I don't think I need this line anymore. It's already serving purpose. So you can now check out this like that, like so. So that's the one that supports itself. But I want to believe this is the last move of Euro USD. I want to believe so. Okay, so you should have traded on the sell from here. Trade on the sell from here. Okay, so, and of course, by now you should have been in how many pips in profit? Let's find out how many pips in profit now. That's about 13 pips in profit. Now, like I said, I want to believe technically that this should be the last move of Euro USD. Okay, on the 4 hours move, on this 4 hours view of this price. If the price is going to go down now, this will be the last time it will move down. Okay, but of course it should hit a support now, and should now. When I say last time, I mean on this trend. There's no permanent trend on the chart. This is a trend, and it's going down. So, and it has given us signals before now that we have followed. So I want to believe that this move now, if whenever it terminates, will be the end of it, because of course, remember, let me clear everything on the screen and show you something different. Sorry, I actually want to use this. So remember this, sorry, I'm just going to bring in stochastic again. So on the stochastic front, we see a support, okay, on this front. So okay, so when price does this, okay, the indicator here at the bottom shows support, kind of like not going down, because if it's a trend and it's going down, as it's getting lower, as price is getting lower lows, okay, like from this period, we are seeing lower lows going down. The indicator is supposed to be showing lower low. For example, when the price was doing this, I think from around here, when it was doing lower low from here to this level, right? The indicator was doing lower low also to tell you that the trend is trending down. But now the trend is not trending down on the lower lows. Okay, so which means that this particular price is gathering support already. And of course, it will soon move back to the upside. That's what it means. Okay, but for now, enjoy the move to the downside. So if you're interested in Euro USD, you can actually sell now. Of course, it should be able to give you some money, but you need to be very careful, because it could just be the last move to the downside. So that's for Euro USD this morning. And of course, I will now move to what's his name now suggested for me to look at, and that will be Wisdom. Okay, so he said I should look at USD and GBP card. So Ekpemsi says that he suspected, in my analysis, not suspected, that he observed that there was a bearish engulfing instead of a sell, but there was a lot of buy. Yeah, that's because gold does not obey technicals these days. Okay, it doesn't obey technicals. It's more of a buy and buy and buy. Okay, for now, right? So let's stick with fundamentals. Okay, not the technicals for now for gold. Now let's quickly move on to GBP card very fast. New chart. I'm going to just click on market and look for GBP card. Okay, so on the GBP card front, I'm just waiting for this price to load. Once it loads now, we can look at what we want to look at very fast. Okay. That's all we can do. I'm still waiting for the chart to load. It's not loaded properly. But while it is loading, let me check AUD-JPY. Now, AUD-JPY have been doing this. So I think this particular price will still continue to push to the upside. I think so. Because on the 1 hour front, there's a move. Okay, of course, there's another move. And of course, instead of this move now, this second move, to produce a previous move that actually went down, like a rest. It's currently producing what we call a range. Okay, so we could just use this to print this part. So it is ranging right now, which means that the price is going to break out. It will just break out to the upside and continue to push forward. So if you look at the H4 front, adjust your screen. Unfortunately, this chart is kind of delaying from loading, but I think we could look at it this way. So this could just produce kind of like a move back to the upside. So, but by what it is now, I don't think it's a good time for us to place a trade on it. If it is what you are thinking, then don't do a trade on AUD-JPY for now until I have a clear analysis on it. At least not yet now. So let me check GBP card. Still not loading. I don't know why this internet is very dull, kind of. Okay, so I'm still waiting for that to load. Still waiting for that to load. Waiting for that to load. Okay, so those are the things I've been saying this morning that I have not to what I want. So, but I don't know why this internet is very dull today. But let's look at, while we're waiting for that, let's look at US 100. On the US 100 front, we have kind of like a move that we are seeing now. And of course, the move is not too good. It's not to me. But unfortunately, I can't even get my hand on this US 100. Internet is kind of dull today. Okay, very, very dull. Very dull. Any message for me? I'm waiting for internet to load. Unfortunately, you need to pardon me. The internet is very dull where I am right now in the office, so I don't know what to do. Today, it's been very, very kind of disappointing for me to have this kind of internet that is not stable. So eventually the GBP card load, but not properly. Even the AUD not properly. So let's look at maybe kind of like a breakout for this AUD that this one gives a signal for sell. Okay, this particular one gives a signal for a sell. So for us to sell and be okay with it, I think we need to wait for this particular price to break below this level. Okay, then we will sell. So if this AUD break below 99.92, sell. It should be able to give you money. That's today, not tomorrow, today. So my analysis on the AUD is that if it breaks below 99.92, you can sell. And for GBP card, unfortunately, this one did not load. MC that who requested for this? Wisdom. I think it's Wisdom. Requested for, so I don't have a clear view of this GBP card. But somebody suggested US 100. I've been looking at US 100. It's not been loading. It's not been loading. So, but that's the internet part of it, not me. Internet really. So I try as much as possible to get back to what I could use for this one. Okay. But the price, if it is by what we are seeing now, it is a buy, a clear one, because the price returned to kind of like an average here. So, of course, on the front view, we are looking at up and up. That's uptrend and uptrend on US 100. So it could mean that this price is actually good for us to place a trade on. But let me attempt to buy. Unfortunately, I can't. Can you hear me? Everybody, can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just say yes or something. Because right now, even my new order button is out. So it means that let me attempt to buy now. Let's see if I can. Okay. So I'm trading crude oil for a buy. Personally, my analysis suggests that I should trade a buy on it. I traded that. I also just traded a buy on US 100. I suggest that if you want to trade AUD you trade a sell when the signal is clear enough. Okay, that's right here, AUD I suggest you place a sell when the signal breaks below, when the price breaks below 99.2. So, and gold, I said stay off. That's what I said. That's my own opinion. But of course, you might have your own. You might have a better, indicator or a better analysis that could suggest you trade a buy or sell on gold. On your own, you can do that. Okay. So, but personally, I'm not placing trade on that one. For the GBP card front, my chart is not properly loaded. For Euro USD, I suggest you go with sell. Okay, that's my analysis on Euro USD. Sell is appropriate for today. And of course, because of internet now and because of time, we are already 10 minutes before we end the class. So I suggest we just talk about some other things different from any of the chats. But of course, let me check the comment section if I can see something that somebody wants me to look at. Okay, USD CHF. Okay, so let's end the class with USD CHF, people. USD CHF. Majors CHF. Okay, so for the USD-CHF front, the price has been moving up and up and up. So just like Euro USD, it could just hit on a new high. Let's look at this. This price could hit on a new high. It could. Okay, so it could hit on a new high. That's around this resistance. It could hit this resistance in the near future. You know, USD-CHF move opposite of Euro USD. So if Euro USD is going down, USD-CHF will be going up. That's what we know. That's the primary one, thing we did on currency trading. But of course, that does not mean that sometimes there will be no disparity. Based on what we are having now, the prices, let me just clean this. Let me use this and add a fresh stochastic under oscillator stochastic. Yeah, so I think it's the same thing. So this is what we have now. We could just continue to push forward for a buy if we see a signal that supports a buy. And one of such will be this. Okay, but this one is giving a sell signal now, which is not good. That means you still cannot sell because the trend is on a buy. Okay, so but when there's a shift, eventually, for example, if there's a break below the structure, you could sell. That will signify a shift of structure to the downside. So, but of course, if that one is not happening, don't place a sell. But because if the price move again and and this red line cross above the black, then you can bet it that the price will approach this level, this resistance, near resistance. I mean, the price will approach this level. So I think you just stay off for now and wait until there's a break in structure. If there's a break below this painted place that you are seeing, put this on your chart, 1 hour chart on USD-CHF. Put these two lines, this 21 period moving average and 50 period moving average. You should see the same thing that I'm saying it now. And then the current candle, if it is by what I'm seeing, is currently red. If it end up, closing below the green painted part, that's end up below 0.8643, then by all means, place a sell on USD-CHF. I want to appreciate all of you for this wonderful moment you gave me for me to look at maybe 1 or 2 instruments for you. And now I'm going to just enable the channel and speak to only one person, only one. So you want to speak to me based on questions of what I've analyzed. You can raise up your hand. I'll allow one person. Of course, we'll end the class there. So who is going in? Or I don't think I've had your voice before, so I'm going to give you the privilege to speak to me. Nwora, where are you?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Nwora.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm from Abuja. Please, I cannot test. I cannot send text message. If I test, it doesn't go. Then, I was thinking you will look at pound USD, but you couldn't. And I tried to type it, but it didn't go. I've been having that issue. I can't test you. If I say yes, you won't see it. It will. For now, it won't even go.
Okay, so because you asked for it, I'll just analyze it. I think I still have the screen on board on the pound USD. And my opinion is that the pound USD hit a support recently and it played around it, but now it's breaking and reversing. So I'm not 100% sure what this one wants to do. But if there's a break in structure completely, it could, this is 1 hour chart, would approach a lower one. That's a lower support. This is a lower support and it's a larger one. Now, I don't see that happening in a hurry, at least not before this election, this 1 hour. The election in the US is coming. Okay, so I don't know what the win of either of the candidates will mean for dollar. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to predict that because I don't think there's any candidate that wants their currency to be weak except Nigeria. And I think what Nigeria is stimulating is growth, according to analysis of people that are listening to yesterday on television. That the country is allowing the currency to slide lower so that it's cheaper, and of course it encourage exports, all those kind of blah blah. That's blah blah. America is a developed country. I don't think America will want their dollar to continue to produce value. So based on what we are seeing, even though the rate is cut, American dollar is proving to be very strong, right? So, but to approach lower, now it depends on where you are. If you already have a buy, you might want to use the stop loss. That's if the price is against you, you can use this stop loss, this low. Here's your stop loss. But if you're on a sell, why not allow it to run? Okay, that's if you're on a sell already. If you don't have a trade on it, why don't you stay up until there's a clear direction of Euro USD? But for now, sorry, GBP USD. But for now, let's look at an advanced indicator like this MA structure. So this one suggests that the price is coming back to support now. That's second support. For those of you that are familiar with this particular indicator, this first line I have on the screen is my first support. Okay, that's this line, this red one now. When the price is like this, when it arranged like this, then this line, red one, is my first support. Now that first support is broken, so it means that the price will approach second support, which is this black one. Currently, the price is playing and toying below the second support. It breaks it, that means if it closes below it, it does not signify itself, at least not yet. So we need to see a second candle that will print after that one. If that one closes below it also, then we can say, yeah, it has signified that the support is broken. But if a second candle prints after this one, maybe the next 3 minutes, if it move again and close inside of this black, then it will mean that the support holds and that the price may go to the upside. So for the GBP USD, let's wait for the next maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour. Of course, we can decide if we want to buy or not. Otherwise, we should just go for sell. I think that's clear. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Honora. So I'll be using that one as the end of conversation for today. I'm wishing you all a good time today and, of course, a good week. So this class continues tomorrow. Somebody else will be here that will do justice to the class. Okay, on behalf of Rally Academy, I'm thanking you all and bye-bye.